And going into that is the love you want. And all I really wrote down on this, guys, was I think it was, I don't want to say self-explanatory, but I didn't even really highlight anything. Again, not much of a repeater for me.
Oh, really?
Not really.
Interesting. I think you know a guy.
Yeah. But like, I know that when we went through it again, I remember writing this down where it was like, basically, you know, my love is good for you.
Yeah.
You know this.
You know, I give you the best parts of me.
Yes. And it's like, and you were like purposefully refusing to either accept that or acknowledge it or anything in between. And again, I know that feeling. I'm not perfect. I'm not, and you know, and neither is Vessel. But like, when you are truly giving yourself, and it's like, I'm giving you my best, but my best isn't good enough. What is your fucking problem? It was fine over here, or it was fine with this. But not that you got to compare, but it's like, why is it different?
Yeah.
And even at that, I'm probably giving more of an effort than anybody else as far as like what you were always comparing to.
Well, I think that the fucked up part is that, you know, like, especially like when we look at the beginning of this where he says you lie an inch apart on your own continuum. She is so close to him, but so fucking far away. Right. And this is where we kind of get back into the normal thing of like how I really viewed Sleep Token's worship before was that he had the stream, she left, and now all the albums are a calling to her to bring her back. Now, what we've learned through the journey is that it's not that crystal clear, but
it's not.
In the same hand, this kind of in a way for me kind of almost like kicks it old school in that aspect where it's like even though like she's right next to him in bed or right next to him on the couch or right next to him in the car, wherever it is, like there's something really like intense, especially when you see the music video, which is one of the most artsy things that they've ever done, which is, you know, him with the samurai sword and tying off the ribbons and doing all these things and the choreographed dancing. And in a way, like it almost kind of gives me an idea of like, wow, like, is this the realm that Sleep is in with these trees that are red and like these blue highlights and all these different things? Like we very rarely get to see what that realm looks like. And only in like with stuff like even in Arcadia are we getting more of like a look into what that world maybe looks like or a world that is similar. But with the love you want, like there's just so many good lyrics in here. It's, you know, like, especially when we get to too many swallowed keys will make you bleed eternally someday. Maybe you believe that in the end you will be better off that way. Before I should have said this first, but before when he says, seems your heart is locked up and I still get the combination wrong.
Right. And
it's
that's
just,
where it's like
you're simply so saving your love for someone I am not. That's
that's also where I feel like I think maybe she cheated.
Oh, 100%. At this point, there's no denying it. Like she was unfaithful in some way. Even if it was emotional cheating, she was cheating.
Something.
Yeah.
And it's the fact of that's where it's like, I feel like that's why I wrote that, where it's, you know, my love is good for you and you won't take it, but it was good at some point. But then why did you step out of the garden? Yeah. Why did you
We could have stayed here.
Right. And it's like, so now it's almost, because where was it? It was the whole, like you said, the whole the combination wrong, where it's like I now used to know this combination had the key. Why did you take it from under the mat here,
dude? I think that's the thing that bothers me the most when I listen to this, because I mean, and there is obviously like the hopelessness of that. You know, you're saving your love for someone that I'm not. Okay, sure, we've all been rejected.
Sure.
To be so close to somebody, to share so much with somebody, to be as intimate as you can with somebody. I mean, all like, you know, check whatever applies to you. Like when you can no longer find the combination to your lover, when you can't even have confidence in that of something that was once fine, dude, like I think that's probably the most, one of the worst things I've ever experienced.
Oh, sure.
That's because it's one of those, like, you know, like, especially like when, you know, you're used to joking around with them or different things. And not to say that if somebody snaps at their partner that it's doomed. But right. But it's one of those that, like, because like Crystal and I have a very specific love language on how we talk to each other, on what we do, things that, like, when it's like, you know, I love you too, like, you know, that type of thing. But it's also like where we both know that we're okay, that it's like we have different ways to say things, you know, it's like, it's nothing I'll share online, but it's one of those that's like, no, like but it is a different way to say I love you, almost kind of like Joel and Ellie went at the end of Last of Us season 1, where she says, well, I guess time heals all wounds, and he's like, it's not time that did it. That's how they say I love you. Yeah. You know, it's there's a way where it's like when you get into that groove and you understand, like, no, I'm safe. This is great. Like I can communicate. I communicate with this person in a way that only I know how to, that no one else has the ability to. And then you look at something like this where it's like, and by the way, that doesn't work anymore. That is, dude, I've seen my friends interact with their significant other, and where it's like, you know, they've had shit thrown back in their face. Like, don't say it to me, it's stupid. You know, or different things where it's like, do you understand what you just did to them?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's like you're supposed to be their refuge. You're supposed to be their safety. You're supposed to be their comfort. Like, you're the arms that I cry in. You're the arms that I jump into when I'm excited because something big is happening. Like, dude, to make your combination no longer work with your partner is one of the most fucked up things that you can do.
Yeah, because you changed it.